Good morning, my name is Atinke Awolo. Today I will be discussing the topic Effective Time Management Can Reduce College Stress. The specific purpose of my topic is to persuade you, my audience, to practice time management. Before I get into this, I would like to define stress. Stress is a state of emotional or mental strain or tension resulting from very demanding circumstances. According to an American College Health Association survey done in 2015, they concluded that stress is the most common impediment among college students. 45% said that they experience more than average stress. 33% said that they experience average stress. 12.7% said that they experience tremendous stress, and those who said that they experience less than average and no stress at all were like 9%. This just shows that we need to deal with stress among college students, and my way of dealing with that is to advise us to practice time management. When do you have time where you've gotten headache just because you are making up to catch up with a deadline? You stay overnight to get the assignment done, and you get just a little less sleep, and then the next morning you go to class and you are just so tired you couldn't even concentrate in the next class, but you have to be in the class. I have been there as a college student, and I am here to tell us and even convince myself to not get to that point and make sure to practice time management so that I can avoid, and we all can avoid this type of occurrences. Time management, as defined by Lay and Strenchberg in 1993, is in terms of clusters of behaviors that are deemed fit to facilitate productivity and alleviate stress. It just means that these are things we can do to make our time work better for us. There are several ways we could practice time management, and one of them is to create a to-do list. What do I mean by creating to-do list? Creating to-do list means we can do this by owning a journal and writing everything we want to do down step by step. Second thing we can do is to set priorities. When we set priorities, we arrange the things we have to do in order. When we create a to-do list, instead of just writing everything we want to do at once, we'll write it in the order of how we want it to be done. Then, a third step to practicing time management is to establish a routine. What does establishing a routine mean? Someone like me, I know myself, I can't study during the day, so establishing a routine is knowing what works for you and going through with it. I wake up very early to study, and that was how I get to do my work. I do it very early in the morning, and I'm done with that. But as for other people that don't know how to do this, you can start by waking up and just following everyday activity, having times to do them, and by the time you do that, you get used to the time that you do things, and that's how your routine is established. The last thing I would like to talk about is to stop procrastinating. What do I mean by stop procrastinating? I know a lot of us wait until it's deadline to get our assignments done. I'm here to tell us to not do that anymore. We don't have to wait until it's deadline. So far, you have time, and there are other free times you could get the work done. We shouldn't have to wait until deadlines to get our things done. We should just stop shifting the things we are meant to do now forward. And the benefit of practicing all these steps is so encouraging. Number one, it includes that it helps us to feel less overwhelmed. Yeah, when we do our things in order and in priorities, and when we get our work done quickly and turn it in, even though the deadline is in 2 weeks, we feel less overwhelmed when it's time, when the deadline time is here, because now we don't have to rush to do it. It helps us to feel more in control when we get our work done very early at appropriate times. When we follow our routine, we could control our time, we could control what we use our time on. We just feel less burdened. It allows us to get enough rest. There's nothing better than having a time to rest more. So when we follow all these steps, we have time that we can rest more. And lastly, it makes us healthier. What do we want than to be more than to be healthy? You know, one thing people don't realize is that stress, extreme stress, actually reduce your immune system, and when your immune system is compromised, you are liable to getting diseases. So without stress, your immune system is boosted, and now you are healthier. To support all this that I just mentioned, I'm going to um, put some evidence to show that these are not just things that I'm merely saying. So, according to Adamsey and Afner et al., they said that stress is seen as a coping strategy to deal with the decreased feelings of stress. Yeah, time management. So when you practice time management, you have decreased feelings of stress. So yeah, another person I would like to quote is Campbell and Swepson in 1992 in one of their surveys. They said effective time management increase academic performance. What better way to increase your academic performance than to have control over what you use your time for? So this is just one of that. And according to a study by the European Journal of Psychology, a time management training makes people have less perceived stress and increased control of time. Then, according to American Journal of Health Studies, there is a positive association between time management indicating that it improves student problem-solving activities. This is just so fantastic. The benefit of reduced stress. Reduced stress, now that we've practiced time management and we have reduced stress, I felt to tell you some of the benefits of reduced stress. We have less muscle tension. We feel relaxed. That's basically what that means. It boosts immune system. Yes. So when you are not stressed, your immune system is boosted. You get to sleep better. Oh my God. And you get to be in a better mood. And when you're in a better mood, you get along better with other people. And one thing I would like to discuss is very distinguished to me is the role of academic coach, academic advisors, and counselors. So, what their work is based and centered upon is time management. When a student go to them and tell them that I've been studying, I've been having problem with my studies, and I've been stressed, what they do is help us plan. They literally help us plan how to manage our time. And what I figured out is that they won't have been doing this without realizing that there is a positive effect with practicing time management. So Yeah, I am not an academic coach, I am not an advisor, nor am I a counselor, but I would advise every student to practice time management and put it into practice, because effectively, not just to practice it, but put it into practice effectively, because it reduces stress. You are to create to-do list, set priorities, establish a routine, and most importantly, stop procrastinating in order to manage your time effectively. You can reduce the level of stress you experience in college by doing all this.